Time now for our takeaways from the Spurs' incredible comeback win over the Houston Rockets, 135 to 133 in double overtime. The takeaways we have here, of course, Lonnie Walker, Jakob, but we're going to start with the first one, and that's, of course, just the effort from the Spurs.
That was 48 minutes plus 2 overtimes, and it was pretty much nonstop. I don't know that they've given that much effort throughout an entire game this entire season. I think that was the best effort overall, the best consistency. It was fun to see Bryn, DeJounte, and Lonnie Walker on the floor at the same time. A completely different perspective with 3 guys like that, 3 young guys like that in crunch time. Spurs down 22, and they come storming back.
We show heart. We showed that we tired of being in that position, and we played with a lot of heart, a lot of toughness, and that was the result that we wanted.
That big win, a big part of it was Lonnie Walker coming in off the bench and playing. And boy, did he play. Remember back on November 1st, Pop just publicly dressed him down for his effort, not happy with his effort. He started getting some more minutes and started really getting serious, and that's what Pop said before the game, that he was starting to take this minutes seriously. Well, it was serious last night against the Rockets, because he put up 28, went on his own personal 8-0 run, included 2 threes, and got him in the overtime.
Not only that, I think just being able to kind of get in the flow of the game, it seemed like he didn't have to worry so much about making mistakes early on, because, again, 0 points in the first half, all of his 28 points in the second half and in that overtime as well. So Lonnie said that criticism even put a little bit of his chip on his shoulder.
I mean, it was amazing to see. And, we're talking about the future, but we're talking about the future now. And to see him perform like the way he did, man.
Yeah, and let's hear what Lonnie had to say after the game.
Not a wake-up call. I mean, I'm going to play the same way. Hearing it from him, it just built a more chip on my shoulder. And I knew I got to play harder when I go to practice harder when I'm off the court, do everything 110%, and just stay patient and stay ready.
All right, David, so we talked about the guards, Lonnie, the youth of this team. Another young guy who always seems to be sort of overlooked. He's a big guy, Jakob.
Yeah.
What an effort tonight. Just an incredible game from Jakob.
He's always in the right place at the right time with the right block at the right time. And he got a block on Harden. Remember last week he blocked Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is just unbelievable, nothing but effort. And he said after the game, it was fun.
We rallied back. The bench came in and played really solid, and then we came back with the starters. And Lonnie obviously had a crazy second half. Like I said, it was so much fun to play tonight.
By the way, Jakob 6 points, but 5 huge block shots and 15 rebounds, 5 of those on the offensive end. So big game.
Yeah, so big game all the way around. Now, there was a very controversial play in this game that for sure is going to be talked about for a few days at least. James Harden goes in for a dunk. The Rockets were up big at the time, and he kind of strolled in, a little bit of a showboating from James Harden, but he dunked it so hard that the ball actually came back out, and then they later said that the basket did not count. So the refs actually did explain this after the game. They did say what happened, Dave.
Well, they ruled on the floor that it didn't count. They later said it should have counted, but during the time when they saw it, they thought it went back up through the rim, and so it didn't count because it's got to go all the way through the net. So their explanation was it counted, but the Rockets started complaining about it, never asked for a review, and that is a reviewable play. You have 30 seconds to ask for a review. The Rockets were protesting so much about it that they never asked for the review in that allotted time. They didn't ask for the review till after the timeout while the window had shut. So too bad.
So the officials did admit that it should have counted, but that they spent too much time protesting the call. We even saw Mike D'Antoni out in the midcourt protesting. So an interesting sort of quirk there. And you know what? For everything that's been going wrong for the Spurs, I mean, what? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Spurs move on. They improve to 8-14. They get Sacramento here, but a couple of days off for the guys.
Yeah, a couple of days off. Pop gave them off because they've had a really rough schedule. But, man, if they can just beat Sacramento and get 2 in a row, I think that would be awesome for this team right now. So, good luck.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up our 3 takeaways. The Spurs, again, come from behind 135 to 133 over the Houston Rockets. David?
In double overtime. I'm tired. It's bedtime. Go Spurs, go.